Thank you very much. Thank you. Y'all always overwhelm me with your kindness. Thank you very, very much. It's great to be here. And it's great to celebrate the Israeli-American community. It's great to celebrate the incredibly strong ties between America and Israel. I want to thank Sheldon and Miriam Adelson for all they do for America. I want to thank them for all they do for America, for Israel, and for the American-Israeli relationship. Their good works are invaluable. Thank you. You know, in my current job, I'm reminded of the ties between America and Israel almost every day. This past week at the UN, we had the annual vote that Cuba sponsors. It's an annual attack against the United States embargo on Cuba. The whole world sides with Cuba. Well, almost the whole world. The vote this year was 191 to 2. Only Israel stood with America against the brutal regime in Cuba. I want to thank Israel's UN Ambassador, Danny Danone, for that vote. You know what they say, quality is more important than quantity. That's sort of how things go at the UN, but I'll come back to that in a minute. As you know, I am the daughter of Indian immigrants. When I speak to Jewish American audiences, I often talk about the similarities between the Indian American community and the Jewish American community. We're both family-oriented. We both have a strong work ethic. We're both really stubborn. And neither of us backs down from a fight. In June, I had the great pleasure of visiting Israel for the first time. It was truly a bucket list experience. The reception I received was incredibly heartwarming, literally from the most religious community in the Old City to the Gay Pride Parade in Tel Aviv. The people were so happy to see us, and they were so kind. I went to Israel to see firsthand the country the United Nations spends half its time on. Unfortunately, I'm not kidding. It's ridiculous. It seems like the rough breakdown at the UN is half the time on Israel and half the time on the other 192 countries. When I was in Israel, I met with many leading officials, including the Prime Minister. I walked inside the terror tunnels coming from Gaza. I visited the Golan Heights and saw the Hezbollah positions in South Lebanon. One of the most memorable things we did was take a tour of the country by helicopter with one of the top IDF generals. It was eye-opening to see how small the country is and how vulnerable the geography makes it. We met wonderful, talented, peaceful people who defy the caricature of Israel painted at the UN. And that's what I'd